Deep in San Jose, California, stands a mansion that defies explanation, a sprawling, enigmatic labyrinth that feels alive with secrets. The Winchester Mystery House, once the home of Sarah Winchester, widow of the Winchester rifle fortune, is a place where history, creativity, and myth collide. With staircases that lead to nowhere, doors that open to walls, and whispers of hauntings, this Victorian masterpiece, valued at roughly $5 million today, draws thousands eager to unravel its mysteries. But who was Sarah Winchester and what drove her to build this extraordinary home? Today, we'll dive deep into her story, separate fact from fiction, and trust me when I say, you're going to want to believe that the facts are fiction. Sarah Winchester's journey began in 1839 in New Haven, Connecticut, where she was born into a world of privilege and intellect. Known as Sally to those closest to her, she married William Wirt Winchester in 1862, heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, whose rifles shaped the American frontier. Their early years were filled with promise, but tragedy soon cast a long shadow. In 1866, their daughter, Annie Pardee Winchester, died just a month old from marasmus, a wasting disease that broke Sarah's heart. The losses piled up between 1880 and 1881 when her mother, father-in-law, and beloved William passed away, leaving her with an inheritance valued at $11.8 million in today's dollars, including 777 shares of the Winchester Company. By 1884, her eldest sister Mary's death and Sarah's worsening rheumatoid arthritis prompted a doctor's advice to seek a warmer climate. In 1885, at 46, she left Connecticut for California, drawn by memories of an 1870s trip with William and the promise of better health. She invited her 3 remaining sisters to join her, building a new chapter in the West. In 1886, Sarah found her canvas, a 45-acre ranch near San Jose with a modest 2-story, 8-room farmhouse. She bought it from John Hamm, naming it Llanada Villa for its resemblance to the Basque region's Llanada Alavesa. This humble property, purchased for an estimated $100,000 in today's money, would become the Winchester Mystery House, a sprawling estate that grew to 160 rooms, 2,000 doors, 10,000 windows, 47 stairways, 47 fireplaces, 13 bathrooms, and 6 kitchens by her death in 1922. Sarah wasn't just a homeowner, she was an architectural visionary. With a passion for design honed while building a home in New Haven with William, she dismissed hired architects, choosing to plan the expansion herself. Consulting carpenters and drawing inspiration from World's Fairs, she crafted a mansion that was part Victorian elegance, part Gothic intrigue, and part Romanesque grandeur. As historian Colin Dickey notes in Ghostland, Sarah was an architectural pioneer, remarkable for a woman overseeing such a project in her era. The mansion's details are breathtaking. The grand ballroom features teak, maple, and mahogany floors in intricate patterns with carved wood ceilings and walls. A brick fireplace is framed by windows etched with Shakespeare quotes from Richard II, and Troilus and Cressida, likely crafted by John Mallon of the Pacific American Decorative Company, not Tiffany & Company, as myths suggest a theory confirmed by a 1894 envelope found in a dining room wall bearing Sarah's handwriting. Lincrusta wall coverings with their leather-like texture adorn the rooms, alongside German chandeliers, Austrian art glass, and French paintings. An Annunciator intercom, cutting edge for the time, called Servants, while an indoor garden with slanted floors funneled water through trapdoors to outdoor flowers. A generator powered a water pump and electricity, showcasing Sarah's embrace of innovation. At just 4 feet 10 inches and plagued by arthritis, she designed a stairway with 44 shallow steps, rising only 10 feet to ease her mobility. Pastel-colored, asymmetrical windows with spiderweb tracery added whimsy, though many art glass pieces remained in storage, never installed. Sarah's perfectionism shaped the house's labyrinthine nature. She rebuilt sections that didn't meet her standards. A 7-story tower was torn down and reconstructed 16 times, as reported by the San Jose News in 1897. This led to walled-off windows, doors sealed by new additions, and rooms abandoned mid-construction, giving the mansion its maze-like feel. At its peak, it spanned 500 rooms, though scaled back after disaster struck. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake devastated Llanada Villa, collapsing the tower, chimneys, and an entire wing. Sarah, likely at her Atherton home, wasn't trapped as rumors claim. The damage left eerie quirks, doors opening to sheer drops, staircases ending at ceilings, and pipes protruding from former window boxes. Rather than rebuild, Sarah cleared the rubble and focused on maintenance, adding only an elevator in 1916 as her health declined. By 1910, she prioritized her investment portfolio, which Mary Jo Ignafo argues she managed with greater skill than the mansion itself. Myths have long overshadowed Sarah's story. Legends claim she built non-stop to appease spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles, guided by a Boston medium named Adam Coons, who warned she'd die if construction halted. This tale, popularized by Susie Smith's 1967 book Prominent American Ghosts, gripped the public. Newspapers from 1895 speculated Sarah feared bad luck if building stopped, a narrative fueled by her reclusiveness and the rifle fortune. Yet no evidence supports this. Coons doesn't appear in Spiritualist records, and Sarah's staff, including longtime companion Henrietta Severs, denied any superstitious beliefs. Claims of nightly seances in a blue room, actually the gardener's bedroom, or lavish spirit parties with gold plates are fiction. Her safe held only mementos and a lock of Annie's hair. The ghostly music neighbors heard was Sarah playing the ballroom organ during sleepless nights. The number 13, 13 bedrooms, 13 windows, was a post-death embellishment, as carpenter James Perkins confirmed. The 1906 earthquake, not ghosts, explains the house's oddities, like barred windows from blocked exteriors and shallow steps for Sarah's health. Sarah's privacy, deepened by arthritis, neuritis, and missing teeth after 1900, fed gossip. She declined to host Presidents McKinley in 1901 and Roosevelt in 1903, not out of madness but practicality. McKinley's visit wasn't arranged, and Roosevelt avoided endorsing the rifle company. Her employees, named beneficiaries in her will, praised her as clear-headed and financially astute, far from the eccentric figure of lore. Researcher Bruce Spoon, in a 1951 thesis, concluded she built to employ workers and express her artistic vision, not to flee spirits. Yet, just 9 months after her death in 1922 at 83, the house became a tourist attraction under John and Mamie Brown, who leaned into ghost stories. Harry Houdini's 1924 visit inspired the Mystery House name. And by the 1970s, manager Keith Kittle amplified the mystique with billboards, a rifle museum, and National Register status, though it spread inaccuracies like 38 years of constant construction. Today, owned by Winchester Mystery House, LLC, the site frustrates guides forced to recite myths, as Ignafo notes, one lamenting, "My heart breaks a little for Sarah." Visitors report cold spots, footsteps, cooking smells, and whispers, but investigator Joe Nickel attributes these to confirmation bias in a creaky, drafty mansion. A ghost sighting was once a staff member, and odd noises stem from settling or wind. Despite its fame in Winchester 2018, Ghost Adventures, and Disney's Haunted Mansion inspiration, no evidence supports claims of 1,000 ghosts. Sarah wasn't haunted by guilt. Rifles were seen as essential in the 1800s, per Ignafo. She was a grieving widow who turned loss into creation, supporting her niece Daisy's wedding and buying homes for family, all while building a legacy. Her mansion is a testament to her resilience, not the myths that obscure her. Want to craft your own real estate legacy like Sarah's enduring vision? With today's market ripe for opportunity, 7-Figure Flip offers premier training on house flipping for those eyeing a side hustle or career change. Click the link in the description to uncover strategies the pros keep secret. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. What captivates you about Sarah's story? Let's honor her true legacy together.